Serena, how was your weekend?
Good.
Yeah. Did you go outside and do anything yesterday when it was so nice out? No.
Mm-mm.
Cassie, how was your weekend?
It was good.
Yeah. Did you go outside in the sun at all yesterday?
We sort of stayed indoors, but we did a lot of games, and that was fun.
Oh, that's nice. Are any of your siblings home? From school?
Yes. One of my brothers is home, but the other one isn't coming home because he says that he doesn't want to really infect anyone because he says that he might be exposed to it where he is right now.
Right.
But really, I think he just wants to hang out with his friends, in my opinion. But I don't know. Maybe it's either way, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad he's still healthy now.
Yeah.
How about you, Nathan? What did you do this weekend?
Not much.
Did you go outside in the sun yesterday?
Yes. Cool.
Yeah. Me too. Nicholas Marks, how was your weekend?
It was fine.
Yeah. What did you do?
Yesterday we went to our grandmother's and yeah.
Fun. Well, that's nice. I'm sure she was happy to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Nicholas Willoughby, how was your weekend?
It was good. We went outside. We were basically outside the whole day for Saturday and Sunday.
Really?
Our back porch. So it used to be made out of wood, and it was getting old and it was starting to rot. So my dad and I, we ripped up the whole porch, and then we redid it with I don't know what those the boards that are like plastic.
Like a Trex or a composite board.
Yeah. We put those down, and yeah, we made it look. Yeah.
That sounds nice. Oh, how about Cedric? Cedric, how was your weekend? No, Cedric. How about Matthew Bellino? How was your weekend? No, Matthew? Okay. Dante? Dante, how was your weekend?
It was good.
Yeah, what did you do?
The normal stuff, like just...
Yeah, did you go outside?
Yeah, we actually went grocery shopping, actually. Mrs. Palmer, you're muted.
Thank you. Yeah, I was just saying if you go to the grocery store now, you have to wear a mask. Like if you weren't wearing it before, they're required now.
My parents bought me one.
Did they? That's good. Yeah. That's good in case you have to go somewhere. I have to get groceries today after school, so I'm going to wear my mask and head out and get those. All right, let's, I did get all of your tests. So those are in, and I'll send you the grades this afternoon. The only thing that I'm missing is with Cassie's. Cassie, the second part, like the first part went 1 to 6, and the second part went 1 to 11. Like 1 through 8 was on page. Hang on. 1 through 6 was on page 358. And then 1 through 8 was on 363. But then 9, 10, and 11 are on page 364. So look in your book on page 364, Cassie, and see if you did those, but just didn't send the last 3 to me. Okay?
Yeah, I did them. I just didn't send the last 3. I apologize.
Oh, okay. All right. That's okay. Do you want to tell me what the letters are, and I'll just write them in now?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Number 9.
A,
Okay, and 10.
B,
Got it. And 11.
B.
Got it. Thank you. All right, so I have everything then. Okay. Good job, guys. Let's look over the test first, and then we'll look over your homework. So we're going to go back in your book where you put the test.
school on Friday?
This Friday, we do not have class, but what Mrs. Winters wants us to do is if we have any assessment to do, so like if we're going to give a quiz or a test or something like on, say, like on the geometry we're doing this week, I'll save that for something for you to do Friday. And then I would still be available all morning, so you could come and see me and ask questions and hand your stuff in. So we have school, but we won't be having class where you have to sit in front of your screen the whole time. Okay. And if you really want to do your work at a different time, you know, like if you didn't do it Friday, but you did it Saturday, it would be okay. All right. Let's look at page 358. All right. Number 1, what are the coordinates of point G? Okay, Cassie, what did you put for number 1 on page 358? Or what do you think it is?
Sorry, I was on 363. B.
Good. Good. Point G is over 4, down 3. So that is B. All right. Number 2, if a point is located in quadrant 2, which point could it be? Matthew Bellino, number 2.
On page, on what page? The
358. Are you just joining us? Were you a little bit late?
yeah.
Okay, it's page 358. Go downstairs.
Yeah. Number 2 is C.
Good. Yep, because the second quadrant is the top left. So C works great. All right, number 3, Nathan. I think you're muted, Nathan.
D.
Yep, D for number 3. Good. Number 4, Nicholas Marks.
I put
Good.
B.
B is correct. 5, Nicholas Willoughby.
My mic was muted, sorry.
Okay.
5.
Yep.
I think I'm on the wrong page. 5. B.
B. For 5, I think I would put C because they want to know which one does not work. So if I put in an 8 for X, 10 plus 8 would be 18. So my Y would not be 2. So they wanted to know which one of those would not work. So 5, you want to have C. Okay, and 6, Serena.
6 is B.
Yeah, good, B. And then you guys did not have to do 7 and 8. Okay, so do you have questions on any of that first page, the 1 through 6? The most anyone missed on that part, might have been 4. There was some of that. So if you have questions on those, make sure you come and see me between 2 and 3. Okay, let's look at page 363. Number 1, using this expression, if y is 35, what is x? You should have A, 15. Number 2, which equation can be used to find the number of sports cards, y, that are not football cards? C. 3, this was one that some of you missed. Let me just look at that. And I want you to look at this one. The overnight temperature in Tampa never reached below 40. So that means the temperature was 40 degrees or above. So that would be D. X is greater than or equal to 40. Okay. 4 is A. 5B. 6A. 7D. 8C. And then Cassie, you read me your last 3. You'll be happy to know they were all correct. 9A, 10B, 11B.
Yay!
Do you guys have questions on any of those before we look at the geometry homework? Okay, so now we have to turn all the way to page 386. Okay, page 386.
86.
Okay, so prior to this, you guys were using the formulas to find the area of quadrilaterals, but now you might use that formula. You might have to find the length or find what a diagonal is. So let's look at the first one. They give us the height, and we have to find the length. We know the area, we know the height, and it's a triangle. Okay, so number 1, Cassie, what did you say the length is?
I said the length was 8 inches.
Almost 8, but let me write this down. Number 1. So you have a triangular bandana. So we have to use the formula of a triangle. Okay. And it is 70 inches for the area. And that's going to equal 1/2 base times height. I don't know my base, but my height is 8 3/4. So I'm going to write something down like that. 70 equals 1/2 base times 8 3/4. Okay. So now I'm going to say 70 equals, and I have to take half of 8 3/4. That one is kind of miserable to do that. But I would just, did you guys use your calculators for this? Okay. So
Yeah.
do 0.5 times 8.75. Okay. I don't think I have my calculator in front of me this period. Okay. So guys, if you have your calculators handy from when you did this, type in 0.5 times 8.75. Okay, and that is like doing your fractions. Okay, so 0.5 times 8.75, and you should end up with 4.375. Okay, and now you have to divide.
I think I know what I did
Okay,
wrong.
what did you do, Cassie?
I forgot to do the
Okay,
half.
that's what I was thinking.
Really, I thought I forgot that it was a triangle and thought it was a rectangle, and did 70 divided by 8.75.
Okay, that is probably what you did then, because you should end up with 16 inches. I forgot to put my label there. All right, 16 inches. So yeah, you had to double it.
Okay.
Divided by 8.75, you only wanted to divide by half of that. Okay, number 2, you had to find the width of a desk. This one's shaped like a trapezoid, so you have to use the formula for trapezoid. Nicholas Marks, what did you get for number 2? Okay, and don't forget you'll be muted, so you'll have to unmute. You guys are really good about your mute button. Okay, so we're looking for the width of the desk. Nicholas Marks.
I got. What page? Sorry, I lost my page. Which was it?
386.
86. What? Okay. Okay, I got it. Sorry. The top of the desk is shaped like a trapezoid. The base of the trapezoid are 26.5 and 30 centimeters long. The area of the desk is 791 square centimeters. The height of the trapezoid is width of the desks. Write and solve an equation to find the width of the desk. I didn't do this one. Why?
Okay. Nicholas Willoughby, number 2.
Sorry. What? I thought I
So
did.
Nicholas Willoughby, you'll have to unmute.
So what did I do? I did base 1 plus base 2 in parentheses.
Mm-hmm.
And then in those brackets, I put 791 divided by, and then in parentheses, base 1 and base 2. And then outside the brackets, I did 1/2 times, inside the brackets.
Okay.
Kind of
What did you get
hard to
for
explain,
the?
but it was 1/2 answer.
Yep.
7.
Got a little bit more than that. But let's take a look. We're going to use that formula for area of a trapezoid. And you were talking about the area pretty well. We have 1/2 times the height, base 1 plus base 2. All right, it looks like that. And we're going to fill in what we know. So we're going to say 791 for the area. And then, like you said, inside the parentheses, we're going to write 26.5 plus 30. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And then when you add those together, you should get 56.5. So we have 791 equals 1/2 times the height times 56.5. So we need 1/2 of 56.5. Which would be 23, half of that,
28.
Half of that would be 23.25. No, that's not half of that. You're right. 28.25.
8 point.
28.25H. Okay. Divide by 28.25 on both sides. I'm using our algebra there. And for our height, we should end up getting 28 centimeters. So 28 centimeters for that one. Okay, number 3 had a couple of spots for it. Says Taylor wants to paint his rectangular deck that is 42 feet long and 28 feet wide. It's a rectangle, so this one, I like it a lot. A gallon of paint covers about 350 square feet. How many gallons of paint will Taylor need to cover the entire deck? So first we have to write an equation to find the blank of the deck. Nathan, what did you say for that part of it? We have to write an equation to find what? The what of the deck?
The area of the deck.
Yeah, good. So you should have area on that line. All right. And then did you write and solve that equation, Nathan?
Well, I did
Tell
it
me
on
what
the
you got.
calculator. I didn't actually write it down.
Okay.
But it
And-
would be 42 feet times 28.
Yeah. And what did you get for your answer? You can keep going, Nathan. What did you get for the area? Maybe you're just cutting out for me.
May I say my area?
1,176 feet.
Good. Yeah. Okay. And then after that, Nathan, you had to write an equation to find what next?
The number of gallons needed.
Okay. Good. And what did you use? Did you add, subtract, multiply, or divide for that?
I think I divided.
Yeah. Good. And how many gallons of paint do you need?
3.36.
Good. So I'm going to say you use division. You get 3.36. We're going to have to buy 4 gallons of paint. Okay, because they won't sell us that paint as like partial gallons. So 3.36 gallons, and we're going to need to buy 4 gallons of paint. Okay. Let's look at page 387. We had a bunch more just to practice like this. So Nicholas Marks, I'll come back to you for number 5. What did you get for number 5, Nicholas Marks?
I thought we just had the test in this one page, not the other side.
No, remember you wrote all your homework down on Friday and then you showed it to me recently.
I remember the page. I thought,
You know, and even if you thought you only had to do 386, then you still didn't do number 2.
no, yeah. I did 3 and I did 1.
So instead of doing 1 to 14, except for number 2, you did 1 and 3?
I didn't understand number 2. I did this.
So you did numbers 1 and 3.
Yes.
Okay. Because you guys had 13 problems to do. So that was quite a few. 2 is a huge difference from 13. Not as much practice at all. Okay. So make sure you pay attention as we go through these.
Okay.
All right. Number 5, Matthew Bellino. What did you get for that?
$1.5.
It's shaped like a parallelogram. Okay. Height is 3 1/3. How long is the base? And you said 1.5? All right. Let me just see. The formula for area of a parallelogram is what? What's that formula, Matthew?
Base times height.
Base times height. Okay. So it's telling me my area is 18 1/3. And it's giving me the height of 3 1/3. Okay. So it looks like that. So I'm going to have to take 18 1/3 and divide by 3 1/3. All right. If I use a calculator for 1/3, I'm going to use like 0.33333. Sometimes I don't like when decimals don't end, you know, when they don't terminate. So like the 0.33333 that never ends. So for this one, I'm going to turn it into an improper fraction. I'm going to do 18 1/3 and divide by 3 1/3. But I'm going to go back to that division where I'm going to say 3 times 18 is 54 plus 1 is 55. I'm going to change that to 55 thirds. Okay. You don't have to do it this way. I'm just going to do it this way this time. All right. 3 1/3. I'm going to change that to 3 times 3 is 9 plus 1 is 10. I'm going to change that into 10 thirds. All right. So I just want to remind you how to divide fractions too. Okay. So now I have 55 thirds divided by 10 thirds. I'm going to keep flip. Okay. So I'm going to do 55 thirds, keep, change, and flip. And my 3's cancel out. I get 55 over 10, which is 5.5. So my answer is 5.5 feet. Okay. All right. Number 6, Serena. What did you get for number 6? This is a triangle one.
Six. I got 3 meters.
Yes, 3 meters. That's correct. And let's do 7.
Square.
But just not square because the area part is square and we're just looking for how tall it is. So it's just 3 meters. Trying to think who I didn't hear from for these. I feel like I've heard from everyone. All right. Number 7, you should have 1.2 centimeters. 1.2 centimeters. Okay. For tomorrow, we're going to continue to check over your homework. So if you did not do these, okay, like Nicholas marks, and if anyone else didn't get those finished up to number 14, go ahead and finish them. And then I want you to turn to page 391. At the very top, there's 2 problems, okay? And they're like odd-shaped polygons. I want you to break them up. Like, so number 3, you're going to break that up into 2 rectangles. I'm just going to draw a straight line down and do the area of each rectangle and add them together.
Okay.
Number 4, draw a straight line down, and the one side will turn into a square. The other side will be a trapezoid. Find each area, add them together, and that's how we'll do those. That's what we're going to work on tomorrow, but I want you to practice those first 2. Okay? So it's just 2 problems unless you didn't finish last night's. So page 391, numbers 3 and 4.
391, numbers 3.
Okay? You guys have any questions?
No, I might see you this afternoon if I
Great.
do.
I'll be there between 2 and 3.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Have a great day, guys.
You too.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome.